Oh, what's up, everybody? My name is OMG, WTF, LOLFTW, BRB. Welcome back to more WWE versus TEW, the not-so-weekly series where we take a look at the events and shows that the WWE books, run them in the game, and see just how well the WWE can do against TEW, or if Total Extreme Wrestling will be the company that brings WWE down to its knees. Today we are booking the... Ignore that. It's not week 4, August 2018. Is it? Maybe it is. I thought we were in the first week of September, but I could be wrong. I might be wrong. But maybe this is August 27th and I'm just wrong. Then again, I don't know. I don't know. That's just how it worked out then, if that's how it fell on. But I'm following the orders, so that's how it falls, that's how it falls. But anyway, whatever date this is, I don't know. I guess I might have to check the video and see what the last date was. I thought we were in September now, but nonetheless, we are in Canada, the Great North. Main event of the night, Braun Strowman will team up with Roman Reigns to take on Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, so let's stop wasting time. You guys will see a lot of videos uploaded today. I mentioned in the 205 live video that the way we're going to be doing this from now on is I'm pretty much going to be uploading a whole week's worth of WWE in one day. So SmackDown, Raw, 205 Live, NXT, Mae Young Classic, pretty much everything besides like a pay-per-view. I'll try to keep pay-per-views, you know, by themselves because those are like the most popular of them all. So everything that is shown on a week in WWE will be uploaded probably every Friday once we finally catch up the WWE. But until then, everything that we've missed so far will be uploaded pretty much Monday, Tuesday. So, you know, every day leading up until we're finally caught up, I'll have like a week's worth of WWE uploaded for you guys. It kind of sucks for those of you who want to watch all the videos back to back because they're probably going to be a little bit longer, you know, but it's just the only way I can think of really to catch up as quick as we can. So with that being said, let us just move on to the actual show here. 69 C+ rating to start off the show. By the way, since we are in Canada, we might see a little bit of a different rating for some people because while I did, you know, up the popularity for everybody in, you know, America before I finished this, I didn't do Canada, and honestly, I'm probably not going to up popularity in Canada and all that because, well, I don't live in Canada. I don't know the general reaction to some of these guys. I mean, sure, I can get a gauge of it off TV like I do in WWE, or excuse me, like I do in America, but I also just didn't feel like doing it. It's tedious work, and I figured we're not in Canada all the time, so why the hell am I going to do it now? No reason to, I felt. Anyway, Roman Reigns comes down. He's the new Universal Champion, just winning the title. That's when Braun Strowman comes down. And he talks his crap, pretty much saying how Roman's ducking him, and if it wasn't for his Shield buddies, he'd be the new Universal Champion. Because last week on Raw, he's not the new Universal Champion. For some reason, I thought I said Hell in a Cell was like, not Hell in a Cell, but SummerSlam was just this Sunday now. It's like 2 weeks away from it. But anyway, Braun blames the whole Shield thing because the Shield pretty much cost him his cash-in attempt on Roman last week. So they go back and forth and officially confirm that at Hell in a Cell, it'll be Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Strowman is cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase to make it official, and they will do battle inside the Hell in a Cell as well. So that match has been confirmed, and also they are interrupted by Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, who are, well, like I said, a lot of these episodes, I don't think I said this in this video, but I said it in 205 Live. A lot of these episodes, it has been a while since I've seen them, so I'm not going to be really able to remember every single detail from it. And I apologize for that. But I don't remember exactly what Dolph and Drew came out here talking their smack about. But they're talking their smack, and it eventually led to Constable Baron Corbin as his first day as the official Raw GM since Kurt Angle's been sent on vacation. Constable Baron Corbin goes ahead and officially makes the match, you know, Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre for tonight. And he takes all the credit for it. Takes every bit of credit he whatso can. So this angle got the show off to a strong start. Angle got the crowd hotter, but it did lose heat to a couple of feuds here, which is unfortunate. We then go to a 57 C- because directly afterwards, Constable Corbin goes ahead and takes the mic again, and he makes a second match, and that's going to be yet another match against Finn Balor, the man, not the demon, this time around, because well, he pretty much wants his own revenge. So that match is happening. 57 C-, lost some heat for Baron Corbin and Balor's feud. Balor getting better at his gimmick, though. And our opening match of the night, kind of a no DQ match. It started off as a regular match, but halfway through the match, Corbin goes ahead and makes it a no disqualification match to give him the advantage and the win. So we have decent wrestling, not much weighing heat. Constable Baron Corbin going over Finn Balor in 9 minutes 17 seconds with using a foreign object. I know it's that I did tainted finish on here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, but I don't believe that would be considered tainted if it's no disqualification. Maybe it is. Anyway, 65 solid C for the match. Corbin with a 49 in-ring performance. Finn Balor leagues ahead of him with a 65 in-ring performance. Gained some heat back to the feud as well. Balor's improving in his performance. All around a good night for Finn. Except for the loss, I guess. 45 solid D rating here as we get some hype for the show, hyping up the main event tag team match between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, taking on Ziggler and McIntyre. Natalya taking on Alicia Fox, of course, being accompanied to the ring by Ronda Rousey. Fox will have Bliss in her corner, so there you have that. And then also a 52 D+ as we hype up that the B team will battle the Revival later on tonight. Elias has a performance, and we will... Actually, you know what? No, I don't. Now I know what this is. This is just Triple H. I should have probably made this separate and making it a minute itself, but I was thinking that he was going to cut a promo tonight when I saw it. For some reason, my writing on this Monday Night Raw just was pretty bad. Like, I didn't complete some of the things and give titles to some of the angles, so I'm like, what exactly happened in this angle again? So that was my bad, but they pretty much also just highlighted Triple H's promo from last week's Monday Night Raw of him saying how him and The Undertaker are going to, brawl. If Taker puts on the hat, he'll take off the suit and stuff like that. So there you have that. 74 B- rating here as we get our first, I believe, of two of the Hall of Famers giving their opinion on who they believe will win Taker versus Triple H. The only Hall of Famer that wasn't featured on this segment would have been Mick Foley. I thought I made Mick Foley, because I changed Christian, Flair, or not Christian, Christian's under contract, but I changed, like, Flair and Jeff Jarrett and, like, Diamond Alex Page's locations to, Canada so we can hire them for the night because I didn't have enough time to actually hire them. So, Mick Foley was supposed to be on here as well, but maybe it didn't save. Maybe I don't know what. I thought I moved him to Canada. I guess I didn't. It really doesn't matter. 74 B- as we get the opinions of Christian, Ric Flair, and Jeff Jarrett. And I believe all of them said The Undertaker was going over. I think all of them said Taker was going over, I'm pretty sure. Also, Shawn Michaels is hyped for next week. The Heartbreak Kid will be here. So there you have that. Christian got an above average on his cocky gimmick, apparently. Jarrett getting better at his gimmick, all in all. Not too bad. 40 D- rating here as Apollo Crews and Dana Brooke are talking backstage. I guess she has an upcoming match. That's when Titus O'Neil comes up, and he announces that Brooke will be taking on Sasha Banks. Brooke a little caught off guard at first and was like, okay, I can do this. And the second Brooke leaves, Apollo just kind of gives Titus a look like, are you kidding me, dude? Sasha? Like, that's a bit much, don't you think? So there we have that. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do, guys? I forgot to create new storylines or anything, so this probably should have a storyline added to it. That's my bad, but what can you do? I forgot to add storylines. That's one of the things I got to try to remember to do now that I'm actually booking this off a piece of paper and not just booking it as I watch. Because usually when I did that, I'd be like, okay, they're doing a storyline here, let's do this. But since it's been a while since I watched this, I don't exactly think off the top of my head, hey, we should probably make a storyline for this, or we don't have a storyline for this. So that's my bad. I probably should have made like a Titus Worldwide storyline going on, because that seems like something that's going on between all three of these people together. So we go to the matchup itself. 38 D- rating for the match, and about that had terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Sasha Banks does indeed go over Dana Brooke in 3 minutes 5 seconds with the submission, the Banks statement. Bailey doing some good work ringside. Dana Brooke was really off her game, and Dana's already not a good wrestler. Just to, be off your game as well, that's... Oh my god. I'm not even going to say her in-ring performance until we get to it, but Jesus, if you guys see it, that's a glaring big 1-8. O'Neal doing some good work ringside. Cooled the crowd. Titus apparently not suited to his gimmick, so I think I made a note of that. I just didn't... Yeah, and I never changed it. We can get rid of this too. But that's fine. Sasha Banks with an in-ring performance of a 49. Dana Brooke with an abysmal 18. 18 on WWE TV? That's crazy, dude. That's like jobber level. Like legit. Like I had just hired some local talent that is having like his 4th match or something. That's bad. 58 C- rating as we just see Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose kind of hanging out backstage. Then a 65 solid C rating here as Jinder Mahal and Dean Ambrose kind of bump into each other backstage. Mahal noticing how, angry and I guess stressed or whatnot Dean Ambrose is. Mahal being, the hippie kind of yoga master or whatever, spiritual guide, I think is what they're calling him. Jinder Mahal with his gimmick, he's just pretty much like, I could calm you down or, help calm you down or whatever. And he ends up just pissing off Dean Ambrose instead. And there you have that. It's going to lead to a little bit of a match here between the two. Give him a little bit of a background on why they're fighting. But Mahal tries to calm Ambrose down, pisses him off instead because Ambrose is just a loose cannon. We can go ahead and complete Jinder's gimmick change to the hippie. Got a rating of average. What was his last one? Below average. So this does better. This is actually better. I think in the previous save, he got like a really good rating for his hippie gimmick. So it's a shame he only got average this time. 72 B- rating as Seth Rollins is going to be doing his Intercontinental Open Challenge. Of course, now that he's the Intercontinental Champion, it's back to that. And who accepts it? None other than Canada's own Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens out here to accept the Intercontinental Championship Challenge of Seth Rollins. Announcing in color helped us out, got the crowd hotter, and there you have that. We go to the actual match itself, but before we actually get to the match, we have to do our Intercontinental Championship introductions. Thank you, JoJo, 55 C-. Then we go to the actual match itself, 75 B- rating here for the match, and a decent matchup. Seth Rollins goes over Kevin Owens in 20 minutes, 26 seconds with the ripcord knee, making his first defense of the Intercontinental Championship. Rollins getting better at his gimmick. Match got the crowd hotter. Kevin Owens with a 68 in-ring performance, just 2 points below Seth Rollins. So both stars pretty even here. I was expecting Kevin to probably get a little bit more of a boost since we were in Canada, but maybe his popularity isn't boosted more in Canada since that's his hometown. But I don't know. Like I said, I didn't even really look at the popularities for Canada. I didn't even want to think about doing that. So no work improvements, but either way. Seth Rollins continuing on with the Open Challenge. I'm glad to see that. I don't know if he does it every week, but I'm glad to see that that's like a thing Seth Rollins is doing. Plus, Kevin Owens getting the shot. Probably the best choice considering they're in Canada. And it leads into what's next is, pretty well, I think. Before we can get to that, though, we got a solid 60 C-rated C. Solid 60 C-rated C. Interesting way of wording that. C-rated angle here. As we see Kurt Angle's tweet, where she's pretty much just saying, I don't want to be on vacation. I wish I was there, but I hope you all are having a good time or whatever like that. And then, of course, a recap of the opening angle that led to the main event tag team match between Roman Reigns and Strowman and Ziggler and McIntyre. 67 C+ rating as backstage, Braun Strowman hands over the Money in the Bank contract to Constable Baron Corbin, officially making the Hell in a Cell match official. 48 D+ rating as Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell is hyped. Natalya versus Alicia Fox is still hyped for tonight as well. Of course, Natty will be accompanied by Ronda Rousey. Alicia Fox will be accompanied by Alexa Bliss. 35 E+ rating. Good lord, that did horrible. As the B team versus the Revival is hyped, and Elias's performs is hyped as well. 78 solid B rating as we come back from to the ring. I almost said TV, but we come back to the ring. Kevin Owens is still sitting in there in the middle of the ring, and briefly he just takes the mic and he says, "I quit." And that is it. He walks out and leaves. And this is what I meant. It kind of flowed into the, this segment really well. His match against Seth Rollins kind of felt like a last opportunity for Kevin Owens, and then he just, you know what, I'm done, I quit. WWE will completely undo this in the next week, but this right here had me interested for at least a week until I watched next week's Raw, and I'm like, really? Okay. But I felt like they had something they had here. 57 C- rating as Renee Young interviews Dolphin Drew backstage as they cut a brief little promo on Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. 83 B+ rating as we get John Cena and Friends Episode 2 Part 2. I know on SmackDown we said that this was going to feature Stone Cold Steve Austin, but Ric Flair Ric Flair is he's pretty much, every time I try to hire the guy, he just wants to retire in peace. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be retiring almost like ASAP, like maybe even right after we air this episode of Raw. So I figured, let's get Flair in before we have to go and edit it again if we ever want to use him. So this episode of John Cena and Friends is pretty much just about John Cena bumping into Ric Flair and the Nature Boy taking him on the time of his life, baby. Ooh, we're talking limousine riding, jet flying, wheel dealing, son of a gun. I don't know all the words, but pretty much this week's episode, you see the goody two-shoe John Cena getting a little bit of that tainted love in his life from the courtesy of the Nature Boy Ric Flair, baby. Woo! So there you have that. Cena looking good, Flair very underwhelming. I'd imagine this episode a lot of strip clubs, a lot of alcohol. Hey, maybe a whorehouse, who knows? Flair developing better performance skills too, so I guess that's kind of cool. 53 C- rating for our tag team match. The Revival taking on the Beat Team in non-title action, of course. About that had subpar wrestling and little heat to it. The Revival does indeed go over the B Team. I believe both Dash and Dawson have had one-on-one victories against both Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, and now they also pick up a tag team victory. So I'm pretty sure this is going to lead into them getting a tag team title shot in the future. Nonetheless, they win in 8 minutes 23 seconds after Dawson goes over Axel with the Shatter Machine. Curtis Axel with an in-ring performance of a 46. Bo Dallas with a 42, the worst of the match. Dash Wilder with a 47. And Scott Dawson with a 49, the best of the match. But everyone pretty even in this matchup, I'd say. Dawson also improving in technical, so good for him. And then afterwards, why is Edge here? That's kind of funny. That was not even sure how I made that mistake. Like, there's no E in Dash Wilder's name except for like the E in Wilder, but I don't even type in Dash, so I must have like pressed E instead of D, and I don't know what I did, but Edge is there instead of Dash Wilder, so there you have that. Edge playing the role of Dash Wilder in this this angle. 55 C- rating as the Revival pretty much, I think this is what they said. Like, this is one of those angles that I wrote the timestamp on my sheet, but I didn't write what the hell the angle was about, so I don't really remember what Dash and Dawson, or I guess Dawson and Edge said. But I think that they want the title shots. That's what I'm thinking. They're pretty much saying, hey, we beat you guys in one-on-one action. We beat you tonight. We deserve another tag team title match, pretty much. So apparently Dawson and Wilder are a very poor combination and don't click. I'm assuming that's for managerial things because, well, Edge is here, but whatever. I don't know what I did. That's funny to me, though. 45 solid D rating here as Elias is next. And this is one of those segments I probably should have started the storyline for, because it kind of is starting to build towards Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus. But like I said, I forgot to start storyline, so that's my bad, so it happens. What the hell? Why is Corbin out there? It's supposed to be Elias. What the fuck, dude? I swear, man, I'm horrible. Well, I could just go back and change these, but I'm not. I'm just going to settle with what we have. I just find it funny how 2 angles back to back. Like, what the hell was I doing? First Dash Wilder, and now Constable Baron Corbin. Did I not change Corbin to Elias? Because Corbin is the first person that pops up since he has quotation marks, but oh, that pisses me off. Well, whatever. Playing the role of Elias is Constable Baron Corbin. He comes out and he, cuts a song, sings a song on how bad Canada is. And, of course, that's cut short by the WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, who, she's from Canada. She takes exception to that. I think she even slapped Elias across the face. Rousey and Natalya come out. Alexa Bliss and company also come out. Bliss throws some shots at Trish Stratus and all that before we lead into the match between Alicia Fox and Natalya. Of course, Trish and Ronda were down by ringside alongside Mickie James and Alexa Bliss, but only Bliss and Ronda will be featured because I can't put 2 managers there. Stratus debuted her equality fighter gimmick, got an above average, and oh no, we did start a storyline here. Okay, never mind, we're good. So Alexa Bliss and Trish Stratus does indeed have a storyline started. Alright, that's cool. Let's go ahead and change Alicia Fox's gimmick from cocky to creepy. Got a very good, yeah, we know. And, well, Mickie James, she's about to have a horrible turn from heel to, or face to heel, but she got an above average on her lackey gimmick, but her turn was a complete disaster, so that's unfortunate for her. Fox is improving in acting, Mickie James is improving in acting, so both those women made the most of their appearance here. We then jump into the matchup itself, I think. No, apparently not, even though I'm almost certain I pressed the button. There we go. 43 solid D rating for the match as Natalya returns to Canada to get some wins. And a terrible matchup here. Natty goes over Alicia Fox in 2 minutes, 42 seconds with the sharpshooter. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James trying to, do Natty dirty in this match, but it didn't work out. Natalya was really off her game. I mean, in a way, I can kind of understand that. She did just lose her father. She's performing in Canada, so there might be a little bit, I don't want to say stress, but maybe a little bit of stress. Maybe that would be the right word, because like I just mentioned, she just lose her father performing in her home country. Might, bring a little bit of stress upon her because she wants to do her best to, honor her father's memory. So I could see that. Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss both doing some good work ringside, so good for them. Match cooled the crowd. Natalya with a ring performance of a 46. Alicia Fox with a 38. Natty is improving in her Rumble and performance, so she definitely made the most of her appearance tonight. 57 C- rating as we hype up the Roman Reigns Braun Strowman tag team match that'll take place tonight against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Dean Ambrose and Jinder Mahal is also hyped, and that'll be taking place here shortly. I think next, if anything. No, not yext. Or not yext. Not next. 59 solid C rating as Natty, Ronda, and Trish Stratus are all backstage pretty much just celebrating Natty's win. When the Bella Twins walk in and they congratulate Natty, they congratulate Ronda, they congratulate Trish. Everyone gets a congratulations. You get a congratulations. You get a congratulations. And not only do you get a congratulations, but we get a congratulations because us, the Bella Twins, are back in in-ring competition. And that's pretty much all this is about. The Bellas just coming in and making the announcement that, hey, guess what? We're back. One of those things. Wow, this did pretty good. 80 solid B rating here as we get the Hall of Famers takes on Triple H and The Undertaker Part 2. This time from Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, a.k.a. King Booker. We'll see why he's called that in a few days. And then, of course, The Big Show and Diamond Dallas Page. So everybody here pretty much saying that The Undertaker's going to win, except for Stone Cold Steve Austin. So DDP, Big Show, Booker all give it to Taker, but Austin thinks that this is going to be Triple H's night, and he gives it to him. And then, of course, Shawn Michaels also hyped because the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid, will be here next week to give his own opinion about Triple H versus The Undertaker. 53 B- rating as Bobby Lashley and Constable Corbin have a little bit of a backstage segment where Constable Corbin tells Bobby Lashley that he's going to be in action tonight. Lashley asks him who's he's going to face, and Corbin says, you'll just find out when you're out there. I'm busy. I don't really remember. You'll find out when you go out there. So Corbin living the busy life. He's busy playing Elias and also playing GM. So he doesn't remember who he put Bobby Lashley in competition with. He just knows that Bobby Lashley is in competition. So as Lashley is out there waiting for his opponents, 50D plus, as Constable Baron Corbin comes out to let Lashley know that, you know, I forgot to mention that your match is not a one-on-one match. It's a handicap match, and you'll be facing these men. Out comes Connor and Victor of the Ascension, and they're heels. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna turn them heel. It's gonna be disastrous, but what can you do? But they're heels. They've been portraying heels like since they've been on Raw. They're not gonna get a heel turn, so let's just do it for them. So there we have that. Handicap match is announced. We jump into the handicap match, which gets a 51D plus rating here. Subpar wrestling, little heat to it. Bobby Lashley goes over the Ascension in 3 minutes 7 seconds after defeating Victor with a running power slam. Lashley carrying the match in terms of in-ring performance. Nothing special whatsoever, just a way to make Lashley look strong. I should have started a Bobby Lashley versus Baron Corbin feud here. I know Corbin's still technically feuding with Finn Balor. What I should have done is probably added Lashley to this feud and had it been like Corbin versus everyone, because that's what it kind of feels like right now. It feels like Corbin's just picking fights with anyone who he wants to. So should have done that, but missed the opportunity. Might do it later. Lashley with an in-ring performance of a 56. Victor with a 45. Connor with a 43. So it says Bobby Lashley carries the match, but he really was only 10 points better than Victor. I mean, yeah, that's way better, but it's like, it's not like out of the realm, you know. Victor probably could be just as good if he was popular, you know. That's my opinion, though. 53 C minus rating. I apparently can't read, as Dean Ambrose paces back and forth backstage as he's getting ready for his upcoming match against Jinder Mahal, which is next. We go into said matchup, 68 C plus rating, and an extremely short matchup. Dean Ambrose goes over Jinder Mahal in 5 minutes 19 seconds with the Dirty Deeds. Sunil Singh doing some good work ringside, but it didn't help Mahal because Ambrose still able to pick up the victory. Dean Ambrose with an in-ring performance of a 68. Jinder Mahal with a 49. Solid 60C rating here as Braun Strowman confronts Roman Reigns backstage. Pretty much, if I can remember, he's just talking about kind of their Hell in a Cell match and the tag team match later on tonight. They go back and forth as they cut, like, I guess, a little brief promo on Ziggler and McIntyre at the same time. But, yeah, pretty much just getting ready for our main event. Before we can get to that, though, 39D minus, as it is hyped that next week on Monday Night Raw, the Bella Twins will return to in-ring action as they will face the Riot Squad. Also, next week on Monday Night Raw, 47 solid D rating here. Tag team action once again. This time, I believe the tag team titles will be on the line as the B team will face the Revival. And also, HP Shizzle, Shawn Michaels returns next week. I think that's the last time we've got to say that. Alright, 76 B minus rating as Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman is hyped for Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. And then finally, main event time. Wow! How did this do so bad? What? How did this do so bad? I don't even have the dirt sheet to pull up to see how this did so bad. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. How? Is it because of their popularity in Canada? I mean, that might be it, but is it really that low? It shouldn't be. Wow, dude. This fucking match bombed. This match bombed. Wow, dude. Alright, here we go. 49D plus. Jesus. For the main event of the night. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. You're telling me. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman's end up going to a draw with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. Of course, the match was really thrown out pretty much after Braun Strowman turns on Roman Reigns and it descends into chaos 9 minutes and 30 seconds later. So Strowman officially making his heel turn tonight, but he's already a heel and we knew he was going to be turning heel. So I feel like I didn't want to turn him face just to make him go heel. I was like, there's no point. We know what's happening. But Braun Strowman turns on Reigns to pretty much end the match there, get it thrown out. Dolph Ziggler getting better at his gimmick. This probably definitely helped out a little bit, but golly, this match fucking bombed. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have absolutely zero chemistry as partners, so it's a good thing we'll probably never see them team again. Braun Strowman with an in-ring performance of a 49, Roman Reigns with a 59, Drew McIntyre with a 47, and Dolph Ziggler with a 51. Jeez, this match did fucking... Wow, this match did bad. Lost heat for Strowman and Roman's feud here. Ziggler's improving in his performance. Drew McIntyre's improving in his technical. And let's hope this last angle helps out. Oof. Oof. I was hoping for at least a B-, maybe a solid B, but a solid C? Wow, Canada fucked us over. Maybe I should have done the popularity. Maybe I should have. 61 solid C rating for the ending segment of the night as Braun Strowman joins up with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, and they beat down on Roman Reigns until Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose come down to make the save, but save they did not because they also got a beat down as Strowman and company stand tall to end off the show. Lost heat for all the feuds, no worker improvements, and good lord, I'm just going to say it now, we lost popularity. I don't need the game to tell me we lost popularity. 70 C+ rating for Raw, that's a bit generous if you ask me, but you know what, maybe it's not. Maybe that's actually pretty accurate. 23 regions we just lost popularity in. Good God, that fucking match bombed! A D+ rating for a main event match that featured Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. I'm dumbfounded. I don't even understand how that happened. Like, I needed the dirt sheet there. Like, good lord. What a rating, dude. That's embarrassing. But with that being said, that is going to be the end of this episode. I'm probably still not going to touch popularity, so I can't imagine SmackDown and 205 Live, especially 205 Live and NXT, doing much better. I might actually... Well, see, I won't edit NXT either, because NXT to me is like... The way I work with the NXT stars is they do get a little bit of a boost of a popularity, but only in the southeast region, wherever Florida is. That's the only region they get a bonus in, because I give them like a 20-point bonus compared to their overall rating in the entire world, or in America, I should say. So that's kind of how we work about with NXT, so they won't really get a boost either, but I don't know, maybe I should do the boost. Maybe I'll take a look at some of the popularity and be like, all right, maybe this is too low. Maybe we should boost these guys up. But with that being said, though, I will have SmackDown 205 Live, and well, actually NXT might not happen tonight because I'm still waiting on Pete Dunne's contract to officially start, and well, yeah. I don't think... I've got to wait like 7 days, and I don't think he'll be here in time for us to be able to get him under contract. So I might be able to... I might miss NXT once again, but 205 Live and all that will be up today as well. So hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.